Hey guys, in today's video I will be showing you how to clean a Super Nintendo controller. In this video you're going to need a Phillips head screwdriver, just a small one, and what we're going to do is we're going to pull the controller apart and clean it. Clean all the D-pad, the start, select, all the buttons. We're going to clean all the grime out of there, if you can sort of see that. On the back as well. There's just a nasty, very nasty looking. Return it to its former glory. There's bite marks there, but they won't be able to come out because obviously they're bite marks. On the back, to start with, there's 5 screw holes. Take those out. So we'll do that now. Okay, so we've taken out all the screws on the back of the Super Nintendo controller. Take off obviously the back of the unit. You can see all the grime and yeah, there's dirt throughout there. We're going to clean that up and yeah, make it work a lot better. Pull out obviously the power cord here, as you can see, and it should just lift straight off like so, revealing the board. We'll put that aside for one moment and focus on the actual plastic here. Lift up the tabs on these and reveals the buttons. There is some serious dirt in there. This one as well. Take it all apart like so. There's a little needle pin that needs to go back in there when you've done. So if you can see that there, make sure you keep them. So we'll take them out, put them to the side. So we've done that. Take out obviously all the buttons. Probably the easiest way to do that is to flip it over. Alright, so we've got all the buttons loose now. What I'll do is I'll put it all inside of here, and what we need to do is we need to run a bucket of warm soapy water, a bit of detergent in there, and we need to put these in there and give them a good scrub. I'll do that in a minute. I'll put that aside and we'll focus on the actual board. As you can see, it's in reasonable condition. You will next need a few Q-tips or earbuds or whatever you call them, depending where you're from, like so. Get some either glass cleaner or Windex or whatever cleaner you've got. In this case I've got glass cleaner. This stuff works alright. This cost me for like $5 or something. You need to spray a little bit on the end of the Q-tips or earbuds and basically run them along the contacts there and on top of the shoulder button as well. Just run that through on there like so, and that's really all you can do with the actual component part of it. Another thing is you can get some tissue paper and cup it around your hand and basically run it along the cable. You get a lot of black grime and that sort of come off from there. Alright, we'll go to the bucket of warm soapy water. Okay, so once you've got your bucket of warm soapy water, what you need to do is place the items obviously in the water, give them a good scrub. Basically you want to scrub around anywhere where there's brown. Obviously there's a lot on this controller. The others might depend on how much has been loved, I guess. You want to scrub all the holes there. Also on the buttons, there's a lot of grime on my one, so these are going to come up 100 times better once that's all done. So yeah, scrub all the buttons individually, and then you need to, once you're satisfied with how clean it is, obviously you need to let them dry. You need to let them dry thoroughly though. Like this is like 2-3 hours in the sun, or next to a heater if you're in a colder area. And yeah, you can't put this thing together while it's still wet or else it will break, guys. So be aware of that. So I'm going to go ahead and clean all this up and we'll see what the improvement is in a minute. Okay, so I've given it a good old-fashioned scrub and it's come up fantastic. It's in 10 times better nick now than it was before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for it to dry, and then we're going to do the exact opposite and we're going to put it back together. and try and get it to just work a lot better. This is the controller I've had for a while now. Obviously see it's in mint condition. This one below will come up sort of as close as we can, I guess. It's going to come up a lot better than it was anyway. Okay, so everything's dry now, so we've basically got to put it all back together again. It's sort of like a puzzle. Obviously flip over the front half of the controller and basically just start putting all the pieces in. On the actual X, Y, A, B, whatever they call the buttons, there's actually little notches. You've got to line up the right notch, or you can take a photo of it if you want to remind you where everything goes. Yeah, it's up to you. You'll figure it out eventually. Don't forget these little knobby bits here. They go into the shoulder button, like so, and eventually you'll figure out where everything goes. So I'm going to do that, and I'll come back to you in a second. Okay, all the buttons are in. Don't forget those pins that you took out on the shoulder part. They need to go into there and into there, and then your shoulder buttons will just slide on like so, and that's obviously in like that, and this one goes in as well. Cool, that's in. And now we have to put the board back on. So just sort of line it up, and it'll sort of, you'll know when it's in anyway. You need to feed the cord back through, and then close the case like so, and then obviously put the screws back in the way you went, where you started with. Screw them all back in. Alright, so it is been screwed back together, as you can see. A massive improvement from what you saw before. All the buttons are really responsive now. There's no grime or dirt on the buttons or anything like that. That was the Q-tip that I used, earbud, on the contacts earlier on. So that's a lot of just dirt. There's one last thing you can do if you want, depending where you're from. There's these magic erasers you can buy, or magic eraser or Mr. Clean or something like that. It's just basically like fine sandpaper sort of cleaning product, and basically if there's any like little marks on it anywhere, I saw one before. Just under here, there's just like black little scuff marks. Looks like it's been scratched, and there's a little bit of dirt in there that might come out. That's about it really. There's a little bit there as well. Just go over that. Don't go over the label, because it will actually remove the label, and then you won't have any, obviously, decal on the front there. So yeah, that's my how to clean a Super NES controller. Hopefully you found this helpful. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And I'm going to have a few more cleaning videos coming up, hopefully, if this one goes well. Hopefully you enjoyed it, guys. See you later.